I'm Kim Curran. I am with Dulles South Soup Kitchen. We're a nonprofit that serves meals to those facing food insecurity in Loudoun County.
Okay, yeah, and tell me a little bit about how you got started with this project with your nonprofit. How did this come to be? Is this something you've always wanted to do, or what led you here from your career to point A to point B?
Right. So our founder, Davina, grew up in India, and her family traditionally brought in people off the streets and fed them meals. They believed that a warm, hot meal added dignity to their self. So when Davina moved to Loudoun County in 2019, she was looking for an organization to get involved with. And there was no soup kitchens in the Loudoun County area. So she had reached out to a few different organizations to talk to them about, can I get involved? What do you do? How do you feed the hungry? Because it's wonderful. We work in conjunction with a lot of the food pantries, but there's people that don't know how to cook. There's people that don't have the time to cook because they're running from job one to two or two to three, or perhaps they're homeless. So during COVID, she was looking for something to do, some way to give back, as so many of us were. What are we going to do with our time, right? So her and her family got together and decided that they were going to make meals for those experiencing food insecurity. They got together with Tree of Life Ministries,
Hmm.
and they were the first ones that received our meals back in 2020.
Okay.
And at the time, they were cooking out of Davina's house. It was an assembly line with her two children, her husband, her parents, and they served 24 meals the first time. And it worked like that for a little bit, and then they we added other nonprofit organizations to our list of those that we provide meals to.
Amazing. And for anybody who's looking or interested or wondering about how maybe they can be a volunteer, if you offer that, or maybe they are looking for some meals for themselves, what are the prerequisites if there are any?
Yes, so great question. And we don't have prerequisites. We don't ask questions. You don't need to be WIC approved, SNAP approved. You just need to be in need of a meal. And so we do partner with several organizations that will help distribute our meals, such as the Tree of Life, Better a Life Ministries, Loudon Serenity House, and a host of others.
Mhm.
And they may have requirements, but we give our meals to them.
Yes.
And then on Wednesday evenings, we do our own direct distribution where our guests go to our website and sign up for the number of meals they want. The only questions we ask is demographic: how many adults, how many seniors, how many children.
Yeah.
But if you have four people in the house, it's really difficult to stretch your budget till the next paycheck. We don't care if you sign up for 8, 12, 16 meals. And then on Wednesday, we will prepare all those meals.
Wow.
And then they get sent to Stone Springs Hospital, where we have volunteers that hand them out. I, it's a drive-through line. All we ask them is, how many meals did you order? And they'll tell us, and then they get just placed into their cars, handed through the drive-through. I say that we're more efficient than McDonald's and probably not quite as efficient as Chick-fil-A.
I love
But
that.
it's just no questions. Once they get there, we believe in treating people with dignity and respect.
Wow, no, that is amazing. I want to go back to that question about volunteer.
Yes.
Um, people can sign up for this, right? That's a thing, or is it like,
No, it is.
okay,
So we do have volunteer slots for the Wednesday where they would pick up the food and then bring it to Stone Springs Hospital and distribute it. And that's roughly about an hour and a half commitment on Wednesday nights.
yes,
And then we also have volunteers that come into the kitchen from 10 to 12,
okay,
typically. We also accept groups.
nice,
Smaller groups. We
okay,
don't have a very big kitchen, and that's also on our website at DullasSouthSoupKitchen.org. And we also welcome anybody to host a food drive for us and work with us that way as well.
beautiful. Now, I want to go a list through the foods that you offer because I think that's something to highlight. That is amazing because a lot of the things that maybe people should eat in order to feel like full and satiated is healthy stuff like fruits and veggies. And what I noticed on here was that you had a very, very like perfect just meal. Like, here we go: Greek lemon chicken, ground beef kebabs, chicken drumsticks, beef stew, creamy chicken with spinach, tuna wrap with fruit. I just want to highlight that this is all like protein, goodness, and these look like really good meals. Talk to me about how you get this food prepared, who is cooking this, like all that good stuff.
Yes. So we have a wonderful chef that's been with us since almost the beginning, and she helps create the meal plans. Uh, some days we don't know what we're cooking except for Wednesdays. We have the Wednesday menu out at least a month in advance, so
Hmm.
people can go to the website just once and sign up for them.
Yeah.
But we do try, they're supposed to be hot, nutritious, and delicious meals.
Yes.
So our chef does really pride herself on that, providing those things, but it is a balanced meal.
Hmm.
Now, to make sure that people are full, uh, most of the meals are a base of either pasta or rice,
Yeah.
and then, like you said, the lemon Greek chicken.
That protein.
Yes, yes, and we have wonderful partners such as Panera Bread that donates bread to us.
Oh my God, that's so
And yes,
awesome.
and sometimes we have an abundance of it. So on our Wednesday night distribution, we just ask, would you like extra?
Yeah.
And then our guests can always make sandwiches or help stretch their
Yeah.
food out for the rest of the
Oh, I
week.
think that's so great. That
Yeah.
is amazing. I'd like to know what you're doing as far as like marketing, all that good stuff, what you're doing to get your name out there so that people who don't know about you guys can find you. Are you guys holding community events? Are you an avid social media person? Do you have someone who does that? Talk to me about that.
Yes. So right now I am doing social media along with the doing the marketing, networking out there. Earlier today, I was at the Loudon Chamber breakfast, so
Yeah.
we're active members in that. Or I am. I'm part of Lead Share through the chamber, the CEO Women's Sisterhood for community awareness.
Yeah.
So I try to be at or speak at 2 or 3 events a week
Oh, wow.
just to help raise the awareness. And we try to be active on social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and we're on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So if anybody is looking to be an intern for social media, I would love some help
Oh, you heard it
because,
here first.
yes, yes, because that is not my background.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Everybody comes from different backgrounds. Some people need to do other things to focus on their mission work and
Yes.
don't have time for the other stuff. So sometimes you need a little helping hand. And that's something that I have learned through listening through other entrepreneurs come in here. And some of them are like so good. Some of them are self-taught. Some of them don't really, it's not their strong suit. They
Mm,
get some help. That is totally okay. And that's fine. Everybody's different. So
yes.
we love hearing what different people, different entrepreneurs are doing to help them.
Yes.
Um, where do you see yourself and the business in the next 5 to 7 years?
So unfortunately, the need is growing in Loudoun County for with food insecurity. Right now, we're preparing about 900 to 950 meals a week.
Wow.
We expect that to increase by 250 a week when we add Sterling Park.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to be adding Sterling Park probably mid to late October, and it's going to be the same
This
type
year?
this year.
Okay.
The same type of system that we use Wednesday night at Stone Springs Hospital. There'll just be a drop down. Are you going to pick up at Stone Springs or at Sterling Park?
Yeah.
So we are anticipating that jump
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see the engagement, meeting with other companies to get some more corporate support would
Yeah.
be lovely to do. So
No.
we're
Yeah.
looking to grow the organization.
Oh, absolutely. It's kind of like a great but also sad thing, like,
It
double-edged sword a little bit.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Mhm.
So it's wonderful that we're providing these meals, but it is, like you said, it's sad that we have to provide
Yes.
these meals.
Yes. And do you guys have a location, like a main location that you guys are at, or where is everything like getting like prepared and shipped off?
Yes, so we have a kitchen that we are renting from a church. off
Okay.
of Centerville Road, and that's where our volunteers would go to help prepare and package the meals. We have multiple pantries within the church, on the smaller side,
Yes.
but so we do have room for storage for the
Well, that good.
cans and
Yeah.
um, we like to get canned veggies, canned fruits. We're so blessed during the summer, spring and summer, that we get fresh produce
Oh,
delivered
yeah.
from farmers markets.
Okay.
So the items that didn't sell on Sundays, we have an organization that actually picks up for us and delivers to the kitchen
Oh,
on
that is
Sunday
so
afternoon.
awesome. That is so great.
It's wonderful, and we don't have to be there.
Yeah, I love how everybody in the community like is helping out and just like, heck yeah, let me offer you this and you can use that, take that,
Absolutely.
coming together for such a good cause. Um, how many people do you currently have on your team, like total? Like you've got like maybe a coordinator setting things up, or is it all just you?
So it's me, and then we have one full-time cook. Our head chef is full-time, and then we bring in two part-time cooks,
Okay.
and then the rest of it we rely on volunteers.
Oh wow, you guys are
Yes,
doing a great job then. But
yes, and
soon
then
you'll
our
be.
board of directors, of course.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything maybe that I have not touched on that you would like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, so I do want to say that the meals are sufficient. So you're not going to get a little tiny meal. I have a 19-year-old son that when I was in the kitchen, I had to cook one day for 150. I have no idea how many packages of elbow macaroni you need to feed 150 people. I probably made for closer to 200.
Oh my goodness.
So I did give my son, my 19-year-old hockey playing son, a meal and said, "What do you think?" I got an 8 out of 10, which isn't too
Oh,
bad,
that's pretty
right?
good.
Said it could have been cheesier, but but he could barely finish it. So it's not a teeny tiny meal. We do provide a nice meal, and for a lot of people, it serves as two different meals.
Oh, that is so important because sometimes everybody has different like I guess, hunger in them.
Yes.
And you want to make sure you have something that satiates you, like, oh, this was too little. I'm left wanting some more. Or like,
Correct.
oh, I'm full, but look, I have leftovers that I can take tomorrow. I think that is so great that you guys are so thoughtful in that because it's not just, okay, here's this little meal because this is what everybody eats. So this is what you probably, it's like, no, let's give a little bit more and they can always save it. So I think that's very mindful of you guys to, you know,
Exactly, and everyone gets the same one. So if you have children or seniors, all the meals, for the most part, on Wednesday nights are in 16-ounce
yeah.
containers.
Okay, wow. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um, When you got started in this, what were some challenges that you guys went through and overcame as an entrepreneur?
Sure. So I was not there at the beginning when they were doing it, but creating the partnerships was difficult because there are a lot of other food pantries and questions. Do we need you?
Mm,
But obviously making 950 meals a week, there is a need
mm,
for us. And we fill that gap for those that maybe can't make the meals, or sometimes you just don't want to make the meals.
yeah,
Wednesday night, right?
yeah,
Yeah, you're ready for a break. So that Supervisor Laterno has been fantastic with helping us out and getting our name out there. I would say finding a kitchen has been a challenge. We did sign a 10-year lease.
oh, wow.
So hopefully we're stable for a
Yeah,
bit. Yes.
yes,
Yeah. So the that kind of services, building the ground up.
yeah,
We're always looking for donations, and especially protein
mm,
donations
yeah, yeah,
is always such a wonderful thing.
yes, no, absolutely. Do you guys have like drives maybe, like where people can come and donate, like during the holidays or anything like that?
We because it's at the church, we don't typically have people drop off there.
Okay.
So we will make arrangements. We have boxes that people can put in their company
Yeah.
for donations, and then we'll go around and pick them up.
Okay, yeah, no, I love how you have a little system in place. That's awesome because maybe there might be somebody who's listening, like, oh, I would love to give some protein or canned goods,
Right.
all that good stuff. Um, what do you like to do outside of all of this when you're not, if you have time, because you're probably a busy woman and you have a 19-year-old? What do you like to do to unwind and how do you set boundaries?
Oh, boundaries is a tough thing
Mm.
when you're getting texts and emails at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. For instance, I was in your lobby answering emails
Yeah.
because I was out until 9 o'clock last night and then had to be at a breakfast at 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So you pick and choose where you can get the work done, as
Yeah.
I'm sure you're familiar with.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, boundaries is hard. It's everybody's hungry all the time, so I try to be as responsive as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. But it's also a healthy thing for you to take care of yourself so you can be and perform at your best for other people. So, um, I know it's definitely hard, but don't forget yourself because if you aren't at your 100, you can't give others, that support back as well that they may need. So just take care of yourself too. Just
That is true.
a little tip, but no,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, this is your passion, so maybe for you it's not even work. So what do I know, right?
Some days.
Yeah, it can, and with anything, it can be like
Right.
that, right? Nothing is perfect like that.
No.
So, but what do you like to do when you're not like answering emails, texts,
Yes.
phone calls? What do you like to do? I
I'm
want to.
I'm a huge hockey fan.
Oh,
So my son unfortunately graduated from high school, unfortunately slash fortunately,
yes.
but he played hockey in high school. So it was always fun to go and watch him play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I enjoy spending time with my husband, and we have a dog at home who's a little bit goofy
A
and
little bit.
a little, yeah,
Just
just a
a little
little.
bit. No, I love that.
Yes.
Okay, very
So,
cool.
and reading. I love reading
Yes.
and history. So Loudoun County is so great for history. The
Oh,
whole
yes.
Northern Virginia area.
Yes, this whole area got a lot of historic stuff and statues and little historic what are they called? Those little things that have the information on them?
The plaques.
The plaques. Yeah, you can just go anywhere around here and you'll find a lot of history
You
here.
will.
Yeah.
You will. Yeah.
Um so it's for Loudoun County. Do you have other like maybe resources too as well that in case somebody who's listening they're like, "Oh, I don't live in Loudoun County, but I'm so interested in this," that they could go to and maybe get help as well?
I know of some, and those are other connections that I'm trying to build up as well.
Yeah.
Is we do this, but if somebody asks us for something else, how can we connect them?
Yeah.
So we are working on those kind of connections. There are resources in Fairfax and Prince William County
Yeah.
that people can find.
Okay, very
Yeah.
nice. Is there anybody in particular that you have been wanting to partner up with and maybe you're like, "Oh, how do I get their help?" And maybe we can like manifest it through here. If anybody's listening, we would love the help.
Wouldn't that be fantastic?
Yeah.
I talked to Dan Hines the other day with Eat Loco,
Yeah.
so I'm hoping to be able to connect with him, Dan, Cheryl,
Yeah.
and
Hi.
he does the farmers market, so that would be a great connection for us. And I know JK Farms is amazing. They donate everything through Loudon Hunger Relief, and then Loudon Hunger Relief will help get it out to the other
Yeah.
nonprofits.
Um,
And they're an organization, for instance, that we give them 200 meals a week.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That is crazy. Like I can't sometimes I have trouble cooking just one meal. So I
Right.
can't even imagine cooking for like 200 and up. I'm just like kudos to you guys and you guys are not doing it like this is for my meal. It's like you're doing it for others. So I'm so grateful that there are people out there who are looking out for others and thinking of those maybe less fortunate or maybe who are stressed and maybe they're somewhere not mentally where they feel like they can just cook. They've had a rough time,
Yes.
and it's nothing to be ashamed about. It's okay to ask for help and reach out. I feel like some people sometimes have like a and it's not a bad thing, but it's maybe something that they're struggling with internally, like a pride, like,
Right.
no,
Mhm.
I can't ask for help. Like that's gonna look bad. Like I need to be able to hold my own. What would you like to say to those people who are maybe like hesitant? They're like, oh, I love this, but No, no, I can do this. Like it's okay, but they're struggling.
Right. Don't struggle. Reach out. Reach out through the website. Sign up for meals. I often tell people that if you're just having a hard time, maybe you had a, a spouse or a parent or somebody's in the hospital or somebody has passed away. It's really overwhelming to put a meal together. It's the last thing you want to do. Sign up for some meals. That's one of the things that we're there for. We are happy to help bridge that gap, and we actually have a wonderful volunteer who took advantage of us um, in a nice way.
Yes, in a nice way.
Yes, that took advantage of our services, but she gives back almost every week because she was grateful for it, and we don't even expect that, but it's wonderful, and it's helped her through some really lousy
Mm,
times.
yeah, no.
Yeah.
And
So don't just don't hesitate.
reach out.
That's what we're there for.
Yeah, see, Kim's nice. Don't be shy.
Yes.
She will happily guide you and point you into the right direction. Don't be shy.
No, don't be.
All
Don't be.
right. Is there anything else? Like maybe do you have any events coming up? Maybe a public speaking event or anything?
Yes. So next week I will be at the Rotary Club in the Daybreak, Leesburg Rotary Club at Tuskie's doing a keynote. And
What's the keynote? Sorry.
it's just raising awareness. Yeah. So they've been collecting food for us this month,
Oh,
which is wonderful from them. We've also received a grant from that Rotary Club, and I'm going to a Rotary meeting this afternoon.
busy woman.
And every Monday in October, Sedona Tap House in Chantilly has a special menu, and it's Dine for Charity. So we are the nonprofit in October.
Okay.
So to Sedona Tap House on Monday nights. Nobody wants to cook on Monday.
No,
No.
Monday scaries is what they call it.
Yes. Yes. So come out Monday night and dine, and Dollar South Soup Kitchen will get part of the proceeds from that. We do have a 7K coming up in December.
Yeah.
It's the Santa Summit out at Bull Run Marina. So we'd love to have attendees there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we will also be at the Bramtoberfest.
What's
The
that?
Brambleton
Ah, okay.
HOA does a festival. We will be there collecting food donations. And some of the items that we need most are our cooks love penne pasta
Yummy.
and rice, white, brown, jasmine, whatever kind. It doesn't matter. We can always use it. And canned fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, no, all the good stuff. Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
All right. So for my final question, I would like to ask if you have any parting words or maybe if you have a saying that you like to live your life by, that you could share with our listeners as inspiration.
Okay. Well, our motto at Dulles House Soup Kitchen is no one should go to bed hungry. So, which I think is just a wonderful way to close this out is we don't want anyone to sleep hungry at night. Come and get food. So that's from the organization side. I just try to do the right thing. The golden rule.
Yes.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing your story, the journey, some trials and tribulations, and just giving awareness to our listeners about it's okay to reach out for help, and there is help. So,
There is help.
yeah,
There is a lot of help that can be had. So do reach out, and thank you so much for inviting me here today.
absolutely.